Hello everyone and welcome back to EMPIREPRO, or if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. Today I want to preview the upcoming wrestling show produced by North Wrestling, here in my very own Newcastle Upon Tyne, or to be more specific, Walker, as North will be holding their annual ThunderStruck event at the Walker Dome on July 12th, 2025. This will be the third installment of ThunderStruck, and if the first two are anything to go by, this one is sure to be a trilogy to remember. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's in store for the show, a rundown of the card, and speculate on what surprises North may have in store for the boisterous North faithful. Whether this is your first viewing of a North show, or you're a seasoned vet, North is a variety show, full of everything you could possibly ask for from a pro wrestling event. And some stuff maybe you've never knew you wanted or expected until you got it. Please watch my Why You Should Watch North video if you want to know more about the history of North, but as for this video, I'll keep it short and sweet. In my opinion, there isn't a better wrestling promotion in the UK right now. The production is top notch, helmed by cultaholic Sam Driver. The in-ring talent is boasted by TNA star and current North champion Leon Slater, the powerhouse tag champs of Rampage Brown and Will Cruz, as well as top women's stars such as Rio, Emerson Jane, Hyperactive, the duo of Sapphire Reed and Anita Vaughn, and Lucia Lee, all of which could quite easily slot into a regular WWE or AEW show or programming and not look out of place in the slightest. And as I mentioned earlier, North have something for everyone on every single show. There's heavyweight barn burners, high flying, comedy, heavy metal and rock influences, top tier women's wrestling, hardcore, intergender, and so much more. That being said, let's look at the build and the card rundown for North's biggest show of the year, ThunderStruck 3. Going into the biggest show of the year means that there's always going to be some big feuds and storyline threads that will culminate on the grandest stage. For this particular rendition of ThunderStruck, that lies with the champ himself, aka the youngest in charge, Leon Slater, who will be defending his North Championship in the main event in a triple threat match against his coach, former and possibly new rival Liam Slater, as well as fan favourite, the best in show, Gene Money. Gene Money had Leon Slater out for the 1-2-3 back in December of 2024, but it was Liam Slater who pulled the ref out of the ring to prevent the final 3 count. This would have been a monumental win, seeing as Leon Slater had held the North Championship since back in July of 2023, when he won it from Liam at ThunderStruck 1, currently holding the title at over 700 days. And of course, Liam Slater, tired of being simply Leon's right-hand man, is aiming to reclaim the North Championship, desperate to prove to himself and the North faithful that winning the North title 3 years ago wasn't the peak of his success, and that he's not ready to simply pass the torch and move aside just yet. At North's last show in Leeds, Leon would ask Liam to pick up the belt and attack Gene Money with it, attempting to weaken his opponent heading into what was at the time a one-on-one match for the title at ThunderStruck 3. Leon had just successfully defended his title against hometown hero and giant Kemper. Liam would pick up the belt as he looked down at the gold, circling Gene alongside Leon Slater. This was the gold he once held, and he realised in that moment that this could all be his once again. He snapped out of this brief moment of disillusion to go for the final blow to Gene Money, only for Money to move and Liam accidentally striking the gold across the head of his ally, the champion himself, the man he trained for the top, Leon Slater. And whilst the blow seemed accidental, others would disagree, leading to some friction between the two as the show faded to black. Liam and Leon's tension had been bubbling for months at this point, as Gene Money gained his title shot by defeating Liam Slater. The Slater empire was crumbling, brick by brick. So it was no surprise that owner of North, Andrew Bowers, showed no hesitation in making the match a triple threat for the gold at ThunderStruck 3, raising the stakes for all three men. Could they work together to take out Gene? Will Liam realise he can still reach the mountaintop once again? Will Gene overcome the odds? Or will Leon Slater's reign of terror continue? I guess we'll have to wait till July 12th to find out. I'm also very excited to see who the mystery tag team partner is for Rampage Brown, as Will Cruz, his usual tag team partner and co-holder of the North Tag Team Championships, is currently away wrestling with Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan, meaning that Rampage will have to find a replacement to take on the winners of the tag team title opportunity scramble, Clint Margera, and the partner of his choosing. Clint chose UK veteran and former NXT and TNA star Trent Seven as his partner. So who will Rampage find as a replacement for Cruz? Could it be his former tag team partner of yesteryear, Tyson T-Bone? Could it be the last true sick boy of North Wrestling, Rory Coyle? Could it be an international star? I guess we'll have to wait and see about that too. On this card, there's also a grudge feud between Benji and Zio Knox, former tag team partners known as the Landed Gentry. Basically a bunch of Tories. There's not much else to be said really. Heels, of course. No one likes a Tory. They later aligned with Ace Matthews, all collectively aiming to rule over North Wrestling. Benji became sick of having to cheat to win everything, believing it was diminishing their accomplishments as a tag team. Now being booed by the fans that once adored him. And of course, Benji's one chance at a singles match in North was ripped away by Zio, jealous of the admiration and opportunities Benji was getting. Ace Matthews is certainly more on the side of Zio Knox on this one, but his true allegiances will come clear at ThunderStruck, as he will call the action in the ring, as the special guest referee. There's also a women's tag team match on the show between the powerhouse team of Rio and Emerson Jane, taking on the team of Harley Hudson and Myla Grace. Harley and Myla are making their North debuts as two of TNA's rising stars of their stacked Knockouts division, ready to mix it up with two North icons in the form of Rio and Emerson Jane. Can't wait for this banger to set alight at the Walker Dome on July 12th. Another match announced is Lou Nixon, the newly crowned Ultraviolet champion, defending his gold against Scottish hardcore legend Jack Jester, in what is somewhat of a homecoming for the North faithful. This is sure to be a violent showcase for true hardcore pro wrestling fans. As I mentioned earlier, a true variety show. And talking of variety, there's also a battle royal hosted by North regular Keg Stacker, which is likely to be full of surprises, great in-ring action, and some wacky and wild comedy spots in there, just for some more fun. Keg Stacker has been inviting people to the Battle Royal by handing out golden beer cans, like Willy Wonka, if Willy Wonka was a burly, beer-drinking wrestler who carried around a giant keg, I suppose. This match is sure to be a nice palate cleanser from the rest of the show, and just an all-round good time. The final match announced for this card is Raj Deshi, formerly WWE's Jinder Mahal, who was issued an open challenge for his Stu Hart Heritage Championship, which was answered by, who's here? Amir. Yes, it's North hero Amir Jordan. The English Pakistani native has a huge following in the Northeast, being a North original since the promotion's inception in 2016. This is set to be a banger of a match, and a big moment for Amir to show the world what they're missing out on. And with that all being said, there's always some tricks North have up their sleeve for ThunderStruck, so there's no doubt there will be more in store for the biggest event to date, ThunderStruck 3. The one other thing that has been announced for ThunderStruck 3 is the appearance of former WWE and ROH legend Paul London. However, no match or opponent has been announced as of yet. Personally, I'd love to see Paul London take on man like Darius, one of the brightest stars of the UK scene and an adored regular at North. Darius doesn't currently have a match for the biggest show of the year yet either, so having him in a spot like this against a legend and picking up the victory would be a great passing of the torch moment for a man like BritWres. And failing that, I'd let Paul London get a win over the superhero-like comedy villain Nathan Black, certainly if I was in charge of North. I could definitely see a world in which Nathan Black storms to the ring, incensed that he hasn't got a match on the biggest show of the North calendar, only for Paul London to appear, cape and all, to put Nathan Black in his place. Another match that me and my girlfriend are both desperate to see as we sit front row for the biggest North show of the year is a one-on-one match between the chicken shit heel that is Miles Kamen and the monster Kemper. For the better part of a year, Miles has been hiding behind his hired gun Kemper, constantly using his giant and so-called friend to his advantage, with the turning point being Kemper's NCL Cup win in March of this year, a one-night, 8-person tournament where the winner receives a title opportunity of their choosing. And of course, it was Miles Kamen that would take it upon himself to use Kemper's success to his advantage, and cash in the cup for a tag team title opportunity. During the title match, Kamen would often let Kemper do all the heavy lifting, before tagging himself in to feed on any scraps Kemper had left behind. A ref bump would then occur, allowing Kamen to use a steel chair, only to accidentally strike Kemper in the back. This would leave Kemper incapacitated, Kamen outnumbered, and the rest, well, the rest was history. Cruz and Rampage would retain, and Kemper would finally see red. Finally listening to the fans, Kemper would snap, sick of being treated less than by his so-called friend, realizing that he was only being used to allow the golden boy, Miles Kamen, to further his own career. The audience in the Anarchy Brewery erupted as Kemper delivered a devastating chokeslam to Kamen, finally freeing himself of the man trying to hold him back for so long. This was the first North show, or any indie show in general, that my girlfriend had ever seen live, and this storyline alone made her fall in love with North Wrestling, and made her understand everything about the promotion in just one match. Kamen would get the ultimate revenge at the last show in Leeds, interfering in Kemper's world title match against Leon Slater, distracting him, allowing Slater to retain. Kamen costing Kemper once again, this time in front of his family and friends, his hometown crowd, and the biggest opportunity of his career. Miles Kamen has been suffering from a shoulder injury as of late, which may be why nothing's been announced for this show as of yet. But I have no doubt that we will see a one-on-one match between the two in North at some point fairly soon. And of course, if the stars align, hopefully we'll see it at ThunderStruck. And why not go one better than just a regular singles match? Because what better way for Kemper to get his revenge in a match where Miles Kamen has nowhere to run? That's right, I'm fantasy booking Kemper versus Miles Kamen inside of a steel cage. As far as the main event goes, I'm going with my heart over my head, because despite my head saying Gene Money, I'm going for Liam Slater, and a Liam Slater redemption story. I'm hoping at some point in the match, Leon will demand Liam to lay down in the middle of the ring, allowing him to retain his title, after countless efforts to put Gene Money away to no avail. Liam will be conflicted, and the fans will begin to cheer for the former champion. Liam will lay down for Leon at the behest of the North faithful, only to kick out at the last second. The crowd will erupt, and after more back and forth, Liam could finally pick up the victory, pinning his protege in the middle of the ring, almost 2 years to the day since he last held the belt, in the same venue where he lost the title to his student and close personal friend, Leon Slater. I think the most likely outcome for this match is that the two Slaters, with all their history and backstory, will cancel each other out, opening the door for a new champ in form of the best in show, Gene Money. It's weird to say that the defending champion of over 700 days, I might add, Leon Slater, is somewhat of an outside choice to win this match. His reign of terror with Liam by his side has been nothing short of epic, and Leon is certainly elevated not only the North Championship, but the promotion as a whole. And that's a testament to just how amazing Leon Slater is. How much of a great performer and one of TNA's top rising stars, that his reign could come to an end sooner rather than later. I think we all are aware that Leon is on track to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest stars to come out of the UK. And whether it's in TNA, AEW, or even WWE, Leon will surely become less and less available for North bookings over the next couple of years. So now would be the perfect time to put the belt on someone who truly deserves it. Someone who can fly the flag going forward for North Wrestling. Both Liam Slater and Gene Money are more than worthy candidates for that. And maybe it's just me being a soppy sentimentalist, but I'd love to see the belt back around the waist of the coach, Liam Slater. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell for post notifications. I can't wait to attend the show on July 12th, so I'm sure I'll make a follow-up to this video and do a review of the show as well, and just give you my thoughts on what's next for North going forward. If you haven't already, please go support North on all their socials and their Patreon page. I'll be sure to link those in the description as well. And if you want to be there in person, then by all means, be sure to cop yourself a ticket whilst they're still available. I'll be sure to add that to the description below as well. And no, for the last time, I don't work for North, just simply a fan that supports my local indie promotion. So if it's not North for you, then please, let this be the moral of today's video. Support indie wrestling. But that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, Empire out.